Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well today. Normally you'd see me outside, but between weather and people in the field, in the farm across the street mowing, I haven't had a good day. So I'm doing this inside. I'm over at Mom's house. And for those of you who don't know, that's just right across my driveway. So I'm over at Mom's house while she's out of town. I'm watching the critters for her. So I'm here to talk about the Banjo Bolster. And if you're skeptical, so was I. If you're very skeptical, so was I. Hear me out. I will put a comment. I will pin a comment down below that takes you directly to the audio files. Okay? So if you don't want to hear me talk, go listen to it. Now, I do recommend you listen with headphones. Even with headphones, you might not hear it. You might not hear the difference. But I'm here to tell you, first of all, I'm not getting paid for this, nothing like that. He sent this to me asking me if I would do a written review of it. And I'm just putting it on video because I like this product and I believe in this product. I do not get a kickback of sales or anything like that. You know, I'm only going to show you stuff that I really like, okay, and would use. And this is one of those things, okay? So, as the player, you're going to hear a tremendous, I know it's hard to believe, but you're going to hear a tremendous difference in your sound, okay, when you use this. And I don't just mean a dampening thing, okay? So this is the Banjo Bolster, and I get to introduce one of the new colors. So this is Twilight Blue, this is Autumn Brown, and he's got two other colors available as well. Let me give you the accurate name of them. Pine Forest Green and Charcoal Gray, okay? And basically, he sent me this one, and I used it and loved it, and I said, I hate the color. I don't like it. Blue is my favorite color. Please make a blue one. He made a beautiful blue one, and I love it. Thank you. This is the original product. Now, there's something special in here. It doesn't feel like it's anything special. It just feels like, I don't know, pillow stuffing or something, right? But there's something special in here because what will happen when you install this and use it is nothing short of magical, in my opinion here, okay? So I want to tell you a little backstory on me before we before I play this. Now, if you want to hear it again, just go forward. Go to the audio files. A good thing is that once you install this, it'll stay in place. Now, let me tell you the backstory before I get more into this, okay? So the backstory on this is I've been playing, I started out with resonator banjo, playing Scruggs style for about a year and a half. And then I swapped over to clawhammer after that. Got an open back banjo, okay? And probably at the 10-year mark or so of playing, I want to say, I started developing some ear issues, okay? So those issues were basically, my ears were pulsing when I would play banjo, okay? And I'm not sure why, and I can't really describe it. If I played another instrument other than a banjo, I would not get that sensation. I wouldn't get that pulsing, almost painful, especially in my right ear. So I right away, I was already stuffing my banjo with a rag because I wanted it to be less loud, okay? But this goes way beyond that, okay? But I changed tone rings. I did all sorts of things. I went on a search for the perfect banjo and would try different tone rings and things like that. I found the perfect banjo, I do believe, for me. But, and I even went with a wood tone ring in this banjo. So this banjo does not have a metal tone ring. It has a wood tone ring. I thought maybe that would help my ear issue. Okay. So, it didn't. I still had to put a rag or a sponge in it. Now, what that would do, it would dampen the entire sound of the banjo, right? It would dampen it down. You know what it does. And while that was good and necessary for me, you're missing out on some things. And I believe this product, the Banjo Bolster, solves that. Okay. So Rick talks about the overtones, right? That it kills the overtones. And maybe that's what it is that was causing that for me. And I can tell you that when I installed this in my banjo and started playing, I instantly noticed several things. Number one, my ears didn't hurt. Hallelujah. Great. But a sponge and a rag did that too. And they didn't cost $28. Okay. Now, Rick sent me these for free. But I'm only showing you this because I believe in this and like it. All right. So as I said, number one, it removed that problem that I had with my ears. Okay. Again, a rag or a sponge did that. So what makes this special? Number two is it has more sound than dampened down with a rag or a sponge. It's like it brought my banjo back to life. If you could call it that. It's like it brought it back to life, I guess. I don't know all the technical terms for these things, but I just know what I like and what I believe in. Things, products like that. And this is made in America. The fabric is special and the stuffing is special. I was very, very skeptical when I got this. And when you listen to the audio tracks, you're definitely going to want headphones, but you're probably not going to hear it. And you're not going to hear it to the extent that you would if you were in the room with me. Okay? I've played it for my husband with and without, and he calls it a pleasant sound. I call it a pleasant sound. This is my new stuffer. I'm not going to use anything else in any of my banjos ever again. I mean, this is it. So when you install this, he's got videos about how to install it and plenty of stuff on his website. So I'm not going to go through all of that with you. All right, once you get this installed, it's real easy to do. And it stays in place just fine. So I don't remove it. But it just fits in there. I put it on the bottom hemisphere of my banjo, I guess you'd say. And I also don't have it touching the head, right? You can have it touching the head. There's different things you can do with it. But the thing is, the pot is a resonating chamber, and sound bounces around in there before it leaves. And it comes directly to you, the player, obviously, because it's an open back, right? And something happens in there when it's bouncing around. And it's not a great sound. But when you put this in there, you do lose a tiny bit of volume. Not as much as if you put a sponge or anything. But you lose all these things that are not good sounding. You lose it. And it just really brings the banjo to life for me. So let's get to the audio tracks, okay? And again, you may not hear any difference, but you hear it in person. That's about all I can say about it. And I hear it, you hear it in person enough that I can't even describe it. It's just phenomenal how much better it sounds. And it's instant. You're not going to be going, am I going to hear a difference? Mandy said, I can tell you right now, you're going to hear a difference. You can hear it instantly. You're going to take it out and put it back in, and you're just going to go, wow, I have the sound I want. Okay? So, let's get to those audio tracks. That was with the bolster. Now let's hear it without. Whoops. With it installed here, I'm just going to play a little chord progression. All right, so that's what it installed. Let's take it out, and we'll do the same chord progression, okay? Here we go. All right. Nice. All right, now let's take it out. Here we go. You're going to want one of these. You might want two of them, however many banjos you have. The Banjo Bolster is really a good thing. I like it. This one, I don't like the color. He knows that. But I can't help it, you know. That doesn't look appealing to me, but boy, that does. But I get it. He wanted it to just fade into the background. I get it. You don't want to see something bright colored in someone's banjo, except I do. I want to. Because I want to say, hey, what's that? So, anyway, I will put his information down below with the link if you want to check one out. And, again, this is one of those things, and there's not many of these things that you really, really need. You know, there's things that are neat, right? That are neat and that do a neat thing. This is not one of those things. This is beyond that. This is one of those things that I say you need to experience. It's just such a pleasant thing that it does. It takes out all the harshness, all that echo chambery stuff that happens. It just takes it away. And I know It's the stuff after that happens that's bad to me. Right? When you first do it, it's okay. And when you're first doing it, but what happens is you build this, it builds up in here. And it creates, I don't know how to describe it, but it's not good and it sounds yucky. So, try out a Banjo Bolster. You will not. I guarantee. I mean, I can just about guarantee you. I mean, I'm not going to pay you, but I'm telling you right now, this is one of the things, this is one of those things, you know, that you need. And I have that set of strings that I tell you that you need too. Same thing. Been using that same set of strings for 15 years and I won't be changing. This is that same kind of product. You buy it, you're one and done. For each banjo you have, you're one and done. And each one is sized specifically for your banjo, so you're not gonna want, I mean, you can obviously try and put it in another banjo, but it's not gonna fit properly. It's all good here, okay? So, there you have it. That's the Banjo Bolster, and I'm happy to introduce those new colors for you. I hope you'll check them out. It is a very, it's going to revolutionize banjo's sound everywhere. Maybe banjos won't be hated so much anymore. Anyway, for real, this is a great product. Deb and Rick Hollander, thank you very much for making this. It was a much needed product. Yeah. All right, there's my review of the Banjo Bolster. I hope you will go check one out for yourself. If you see me somewhere, I'll be happy to let you put it in your banjo for a minute, but I want it right back. Okay, before I go, I always want to remind you that Jesus loves you. Bye-bye, y'all.